showtime.
Almost.
I know. Good morning, everyone. Wake up. It is cold out there. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. All right, get to working. I know. No shut up today. It's quiet.
Hey, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM. I do want to apologize for last Thursday's show. I went back and looked at the replay. The first 30 minutes, I couldn't hear nobody because Shut Up was talking the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Joining us today, Reggie, back in action.
Oh, yeah. Good to be here.
Yeah, back in, Jack. Yeah, hey,
You can't show.
I sure
Can't do it today.
Joseph doing it over here.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now under my shirt.
Coach, how are you this morning?
I did it too, but I sprained the muscle, so I had to stop. But I'm doing well.
I sent that to several people. I said, see what we got to look forward to.
Yeah, man. Ridiculous.
There's hope for everyone.
What you get when the government shuts down.
You got that right.
Well, it's any little entertainment we can provide to people now.
We're easily entertained.
We are.
Yes, it's the way we go. So today you're going to. The other day, Joseph, he had his dream vacation the other day. He went,
Bucket list.
Bucket list.
Bucket
Check
list
off.
deal. He gets up here and he starts telling the story Tuesday. He says, "Oh, I got chill pumps now." We had to stop the show when we went to pee. He was so excited.
Man, I will never forget that trip. What a blast.
Okay.
I got about 150 pictures to show. I sent them all to Brad.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
You won't believe the number of pictures. Joseph's in up here this morning. Zack's in here. He's fired up, ready to go too. This morning we'll get over to sports and this time of year there ain't a whole lot going on. It's kind of But that was a great guest.
Well, I mean, you think about it. There's no car shows right now. There's no football right now, except for the Super Bowl.
That's next week.
I mean, it's kind of a lull. NASCAR hadn't started back yet. No baseball. What are we supposed to do?
Well, I got a little baseball.
We're going to be excited for Joseph that he got to see all these
Talk
cars.
about bodybuilding and all that just a moment. Anything you and your life, Coach?
Well, I saw Joseph Head on TV one night, and we were watching it because I've been seeing his postings, and I told Mona, I said, that's his SEC Media Day.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So you actually watched it?
I watched part of it,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're bored.
A lot of people watch
I
it.
was. There wasn't nothing else on TV.
There's nothing on.
See, I'm allergic to Hallmark Channel, so
Oh, man.
We got that for today, too. Oh,
He's
boy.
hooked now.
I watched 2 movies yesterday on there.
How many times did you
And
cry?
you know what? I'm
Got
about
teary-eyed a couple
100%
times.
on guessing the ending of it.
How are they going to end, Jamie?
Happy.
Great.
Every time. There's never
And
sad.
every time. and
Oh, it is sad.
And every time they first get ready to make that first kiss, one of them's ex is going to walk in.
Or they're going to be interrupted.
Or call or text.
But it's always a happy. It's never a sad ending. Somebody
No.
dies or something.
No.
Or
It's
There
magical,
are a lot
Zack.
of single parents because the other spouse passed away.
You think they write them that way
Right.
because
But
that's what
before we
people
get going on
expect?
Hallmark Channel, I'm going to read my own movie. I'm figuring it
No,
out
you're
now.
not.
But I got some good Judge Jamie
Was
questions.
it that story you was telling
How
off
many
air
times
this
have I
morning?
told you
I'm
to
doing
leave
a
it
like a Hallmark.
Hallmark version of Step Brothers.
Yeah. All right, let's do the weather right now.
Jamie is not allowed to do his own movie.
No.
Trust me. All right, let's go over that forecast. 31, 32 degrees already out there this morning, or should I say out there this morning. It is cold, warm up. Welcome to wintertime because these temperatures are here to stay for a while. High temperatures today, though, we're going to see the sun and 43 degrees. Tomorrow, 36 for the high. No rain to worry about. 47, of course, up to 50 over the weekend. Monday, Tuesday looks like Monday night. It could rain, and with the cooler temperatures or colder temperatures on Tuesday, look at that, 29 and 19. We could see some snow. I said it. Yep.
Use the S word.
I used
word.
the S word. Whoops.
All right, speaking of school delays, Zack comes in this morning and said, I've seen complaint this morning on Facebook about Athens School opening yesterday about the
It was
traffic
their first
situation.
day.
Well, I mean,
Cut Dr. Holiday some slack, Zack.
when you build 2 schools and the third one will be open here, I don't know when the Bible school's opening, pretty soon. It's going to be a lot of people that were complaining were the ones having to leave the middle school and going to the high school because they said they got to get over to
Well,
the
it
left
was the
lane.
first day.
Well, they said there wasn't enough Athens City police.
First
So
day.
Floyd, if you listen, they might need a few more cops out there.
First day. Oh, I see what they're about to do, too. They're
They'll
going to
get
cut
on it.
Swan Creek Trail, too. They're going to stop in it. You notice the signs out on Forest? They're about to block that off, tear those bridges out.
Oh,
And part
wow.
of the trail.
They only got to go.
Well, what happened to the roundabout that was supposed to go at North Lindsay Lane and 251? Are they not going to do it now?
About that one yet.
No, they're not going to do that.
I'm still not a big fan of the roundabout. I remember that time, didn't y'all send Frank out there to watch the
No, Frank went down there and watched it for 20 minutes, see if he could drive around it.
Oh, that's
Last
funny.
I looked, he goes down there once a day and drives around it.
Hey, I don't like it.
that's good.
I don't
Let's
like
go to
that.
Zack right now with some sports.
Hey, welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens and Limestone County, and also Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We'll be live from the VBC this Saturday with Huntsville Havoc. So we'll be over there talking to all the big shots, Ashley Balch, Clay Coleman, all those guys from the Huntsville Havoc.
Better invite Joey.
Brad, I think you
Forward.
got a picture this morning, and we're going to dedicate this sports event to somebody passed away 5 years ago who was the original sports director of ZTV 11 Sports, Keith Davis. So this sports segment is dedicated to the Swami.
It's hard to believe that's been 5 years
That
ago
popped up on
today.
my memories this morning. So,
I didn't remember it.
before me and Bobby Labby, that was the man right there.
Sure was.
So-
I never met him.
Did you?
I love
Legend.
Hey, I got, what was it, Brad? I got land.
That was 6 months before I moved back
And
here.
Tell me about that senior leadership.
senior leadership. Coach, tell me about that senior
I tell you
leadership.
what, though, he could do. Keith, I loved him. I did his first funeral.
Yeah.
I'd done completely. I had done a couple of eulogies and a couple others, but he. When we did 2 hours a day in Florence, we'll get back to you in a minute, Zach. We did 5 to 7 every day in Florence, and did it on
Wow.
Saturday too. And we did
7 to
7
9
to 9
on
on
Saturday.
Saturdays. That dude would book some guests.
Oh my
He'd
God.
have the whole UNA cheerleading squad or dance squad in there. He'd have
Softball
the bands
team
in
or-
there. That dude could book some guests.
And look good in a tux.
And I made him wear a tux there for 2 or 3 years. We were in Florence. And right before we closed the casket, I put the original big
Turban.
gold turban, the Swami.
That he wore it.
I need that back. I'm thinking about going to get it.
No.
And that's
Oh, let's go back to that.
All right, so ladies, taking a word from Keith Davis, I got land. So just want y'all to know that.
He had plenty of it.
Yeah.
He didn't leave me none of it, but he had
Hey,
it.
the Limestone County tournament continues again tonight. The other night, Tuesday night, Tanner girls, they won, and Elmont boys won. So tonight, varsity girls, you will have West girls, Tanner at 6:15, East boys, and Elmont tonight. Then tomorrow night, it will be East and Ardmore girls, and West and Tanner boys. So get on out. There's a lot of
And how
good
can they
games out
listen
there.
to some of those games, Zach?
Well, I wish we were doing more, but you can listen to the finals from Play Action Sports on PASnetwork.net or download your Play Action Sports app.
All right.
And me, Todd, and Jay will be doing the games. Hey, Mariano Rivera, can you believe he is the first?
What's his name?
I knew I screwed. Mariano Rivera. Everybody knows. Everybody
Mariano.
knows.
Oh, Mary.
Mary.
Hey, but can you believe
Him.
Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Baber, he is the first unanimous Hall of Famer.
Who was next? Ken Griffey Jr.
So yeah, he
Griff.
was next, but so
Try to
you've
say
got
Robert
him,
West.
you got Mike Lucina, Roy
Ken Griffey.
Halladay.
Did you see his
Edgar
closing
Martinez.
numbers for the Yankees? He was a closer.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
I mean, he
It was
was
lights out.
in the play. They said in October his earned run average was like below 1, I think.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Hey, and Jamie, me and you were talking about the Alabama coaching situation. They hadn't been official yet. We've got 80% new coaches. I'll ask him later, but Auburn did announce. Y'all Auburn fans, Brad and Joseph, here you go. Cadillac Williams is back on the plains.
I heard
The new
that.
Just
running
for
back.
a year.
Yeah, running
back.
Gus gets
Pinto.
fired. Goes back
Yeah,
to
Cadillac
Cadillac
Williams.
is going to try to tune up the Gus bus.
Maybe
before-
so.
Hopefully they will.
All right, are you through?
Jamie, back to you.
That's what I've been waiting on, Zach. Let me talk about some other things. Then we'll go back to Hallmark in just a moment with some pictures that Brad's got to show you, Joseph. We are members of the newest gym in town.
All right.
360 Fitness. It is a slick ordeal
Look
down at the
nice.
new hospital up on the third. That's me on the left this
You
time.
got Reggie crying over there.
Dusty already got hurt.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, y'all looked a little bummed up already.
He only wears that to show, just like me with my knee. We were up there yesterday working out, but they just opened to the 2-week anniversary. It is first class.
Is that a cafeteria? No wonder you go to that gym.
No, that's for the VIP.
Hey, isn't that the guy
is
that
that the
works
VIP
with Dr.
lounge?
Lawrence?
You know how you
It
get
is,
in and
that's
out?
Okay, I thought it was him.
Dr. Will Holly.
Elevator.
Fingerprint.
Oh.
Yeah, elevator anyway. Yeah.
I thought you were pointing up.
How you going to
Right.
They actually have a smoothie bar and a water massage chair, spray
Joseph.
can.
Nice.
I need you to correct me on something or back me up.
Uh-oh.
I think I have
Now, Brad, these are the pictures that I sent you, not,
Yeah,
not
the
what
first one's
Joseph
that
sent
Mustang.
you.
Don't show it yet. On Hallmark the other day.
Okay.
I'm watching one. And this
Imagine
little girl
that.
is a personal assistant to a football player, professional football player. Well, she pulls up. He said, "Oh, she's in a Mustang." She said, He said, "What is that?" She said, "It's a '65 Mustang."
Okay.
65? I said, "That is not a 60. That's a 70s or 80 model. Show it." I said, "Joseph will know. What year is that?"
That is a 67 or 68.
But ding, ding, ding. Right answer.
Not a 65, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you why you can tell.
Well, it's slick.
Go back. See how the tail lights are concaved?
Yeah.
See how they're curved in?
I noticed the slanted back. It wasn't square.
Yeah, that's a 68. Yeah, and it's modified too. It's got some nice
In
crater
another
wheels.
Hallmark yesterday, I saw a first.
I told you he's hooked.
Yeah.
I saw a first.
Seriously, you're watching it like
I
every
mean,
day
he's
now?
like, hey, you want to watch it?
Well, I'm not watching Five Bomb. I'm boycotting since Bama got beat. So I got to find something better to watch than that.
Okay.
I did not know Mercury made a pickup truck.
It was called a Mercury M1, the old one,
Show it.
instead of a F1.
There.
Yeah.
I said,
Look at that.
I said,
Looks
it's a
weird.
66 Ford. I said, wait a minute, it's
Car in
got
front.
Mercury written on
Now,
front.
both
Well,
females were driving both
That's
of these vehicles.
about a 64,
I
65.
was right on the year, but I did not know Mercury. I knew Ford made Mercury.
Alan Jackson's got his song, I Want to Drive a Mercury.
Yeah, but he's talking about old 4950 Merc.
Is that what he's talking about? Okay.
Now y'all learned all we need to know about Hallmark.
There it is.
I got some new first. I'm bringing items too. I'll tell y'all about that in a moment.
Oh,
Coming up on
that's scary.
Judge Jamie. Y'all hang on.
Well, I'll take it.
Narrative that he's on the.
Hey, it's my turn now. Big white coach. The Honorable Judge Jamie with the Cooper Court, brought to you by, can you hear me now? Zeke, he'll be coming up here before long.
No, he ain't. He says he's never coming.
He's too busy.
Never coming.
6 locations, all in, and you folks playing worldwide this morning. Let me give a shout out to my buddy Danny Vincent. You said it was 4 years ago yesterday or today?
Well, that's the first time that picture popped up. That's the first time
Danny
he'd ever been
Vincent
up
made an
there.
appearance on this program.
How about that?
Jamie. Anyway.
I miss old Danny.
Here we go. This is the wrong answer. Y'all know how to play? Right answer. Here we go. Easy questions today to start with, then I got some hard ones later on. Down in Birmingham, y'all been that way lately?
No, but
I
I
don't want
know
to.
about what's going on.
Yeah, that what?
The bridges on 59 and 20 are like all shut down.
For a long time, it looks like. A 1 mile stretch,
Yeah.
closed Monday. But how many vehicles a day go through there? It's the busiest intersection.
160,000?
Oh, no.
275.
How'd you know that?
I read the article a couple days
Okay, well,
ago.
that's the right answer. See, that's where he reads papers like that.
I
Good
don't.
morning, Tim.
What's the newest convenience store to open on I-10?
Buc-ee's.
Bucky.
Man, I want to drive down there just to 120 gas pumps.
Fun.
120?
But the main
Bucky
question
Beaver?
is,
Wow.
how much bigger is it than an average convenience store?
120 times.
It's about right. Zach, I'll let you have that one. Bucky.
Wow.
Right, here we go.
I've never been to one.
What's the newest restaurant to open in Madison in the old Bison's location?
Champies.
Look
I
at
didn't read
Zach.
these and watch. I'm not the only
Zach
one.
is a chicken man.
He's
Chippy's
on a
fried
roll.
Chicken connoisseur.
Champies.
Get it right.
Never heard
We
of
ate
it.
at Chattanooga. We ate at the
Never
met
heard
the
of it.
original owners. They got one in Shoals area over that way.
Pretty good?
He was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like fried chicken, and who don't?
Yeah. Love it.
All right, here we go. The Constitution requires a president to deliver an annual assessment of the State of the Union. Correct?
Correct.
Annual.
Who was the first one ever to deliver a State of the Union?
Franklin D.
John
Roosevelt.
Quincy Adams.
Adams is what I was going to guess.
Jefferson.
Wrongos, all of them. George Washington.
He did. I wouldn't have thought he
In
did.
January 8, 1790. In what city?
Richmond.
New York.
New York City was a right.
New York City.
Good morning, Ricky and Judy. Jack.
Who was the first president to deliver the State of the Union on television?
Oh, on television.
Richard Nixon.
No, it would have been before that.
Truman.
Truman is a right answer.
Good job.
But you know, it used to be just delivered by hand, by messenger.
That was
Yeah.
that is exactly
Okay.
right. Woodrow Wilson delivered his State of the Union in person. He was in the
The first one.
1980s.
Yeah.
No president did it in person.
So he delivered it in hand and then somebody else read it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way they all did
I
it.
did not know that.
For 100 years.
Okay.
Joseph, get caught up on
I
history,
don't
man.
know nothing about
We're
history.
learning.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Except
We know the
cars.
history of cars.
We figured that out pretty quick. Right. What is the newest thing that Amazon is into? Besides him getting a divorce and hanging out with that.
Grocery stores.
Delivery.
Health insurance.
Shipping.
Oh.
Company
mean?
has sent nearly 8 million cartons. That's the big things on the ship to China last year. But they're getting into their own shipping, their ships and stuff.
Wow. They're trying to take
In
over.
USA Today this morning, all you millions playing worldwide, you learned something when you
Coach
listened
Lee?
to it. What country has the most skyscrapers for 23 years in a row?
Morning, Mike.
Thailand.
Singapore.
Japan.
Wrong, Reggie.
Okay.
China.
China. With 88, the U.S. only has 13, and they are in second place.
What's the definition of a skyscraper?
Something that's over.
100?
Over 100 stories?
I'm just guessing.
No, I think it's 60-something stories, isn't it? No, here it is. It's got to be built 656 feet or higher. I don't know how many stories that is.
Well, that building that Jackson went to in Dubai, they went to the 124th floor.
That's pretty high.
Yeah,
They
that's up there.
weren't near the top.
Oh,
The
goodness.
Clydesdales are back in the Super Bowl, Clint Legg, and I know you're glad to hear that. Bud Light Super Bowl ad with the Clydesdales and the Dalmatian.
You know what won't be in the Super Bowl?
What is the name of the Dalmatian?
Pete.
Rex.
Sparky.
Pew.
Petey.
Pew the dog.
April.
What? It's a girl.
April.
Of course.
Good morning, Robert.
What restaurant will not open on Super Bowl Sunday in
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
That is the right answer. What is the newest dating? Quick dating, Zach.
Uh-oh. I don't
Right
know.
up your alley.
Oh, boy.
Brad, I don't know about this one.
The new quick dating. Speed dating. is what it's
Speed
called.
dating.
Speed dating.
Good
I
question.
don't know. Tell me, Jamie.
Lightning date.
Chairlift ski resorts.
Nah, you
They
won't see
pair
me
you
there.
up and you get on there and you've got the ride to see if y'all can communicate.
I can barely stand up, much less on snow and ice.
I bet you Hallmark can make one on there.
Yeah, that's right.
What candy, after many, many years in USA Today this morning, will not be available, even though they did
I heard about it. The little hearts that have sayings on them.
Sweetheart candies?
Sweetheart.
Are you
out of business
serious? That's a wrong answer.
Really?
right there.
After pulling in
I like those.
1.8 billion in sales. They are known for their classic sayings as "Be Mine" and "Cutie Pie."
I used to give them out on
Well, they
Valentine's
Other
Day,
companies are
But-
still making
but I
them.
never
The
got
story
a
I heard
Valentine's
is they're only going to be off for 1 year because the same company that
liked
makes
them, but they
circus
didn't like me.
peanuts bought them,
Really?
but they don't have the plant revamped yet, so they're going to come back in 2020.
Okay.
That's what I
saw
heard.
one
There's the
the other day.
update on
Joseph.
there's the update on the candy.
I'm
man.
disappointed.
They're coming back.
What is the newest thing that'll be able to Uber you in 2023?
This is
Helicopters.
unbelievable.
Cooper's Hummer.
Airplanes.
Submarine.
What kind of airplane?
It's an automobile airplane hybrid from Boeing.
It will see
Really?
how many?
Four.
4, yeah.
1,200 feet off the about 2,000 feet off the ground, go about 200 miles an hour. Here's the good news: it will only cost a third of a taxi cab drive.
Really?
Here's George Jetson. Hey, the Jetsons is finally coming to life.
So you can take one of those to the beach?
His boy Elroy. Da, 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 da.
They love the
What was that?
I
No,
love
I ain't going to say that one again. That's
it. That's a classic.
Fortunately, they don't rely on that talent for their living.
yeah.
What happens
That's
when those
right.
crash?
Reggie, right up here.
I'm ready.
You're idle.
Let's go.
You're idle. How old is Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson is
Mike Tyson.
50.
I'm 55. Mike Tyson, 55.
51.
52 is the right answer.
52.
Let's go. That ain't gonna be the real question. Here we go.
Mike Tyson.
Too
When
easy.
he was in prison, he was talking to his car dealer because he collected cars. What did he get into buying instead of horses?
Tigers.
That is a right answer, Reggie.
Tigers.
What did he pay for those white Bengal tigers? He had 3 of them.
500,000.
They
60,000
were about
apiece.
70, 80,000 a piece, basically. How much did it cost a month to keep he had to get rid of them?
10,000 a month.
To feed them.
3,000 a month.
$4,000 a month. That's good. But here's the real question. Then.
Not too bad.
What is something that he said he did? He smoked and did alcohol when he was 9 years old.
Good. No.
What is the one thing he's never drank?
Whiskey.
Hennessy.
Beer.
Orange juice.
No, he drank
Water.
beer. Let's see.
Coffee.
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 Okay.
Coffee.
Well, he sold crack out of a diaper, he said, when he was young.
Craig.
3 a.m. in the morning. you know.
Oh, man.
What are you doing, baby?
Redskin owner Daniel Snyder just recently purchased what?
Redskins own
Billionaire.
Let's see.
All you folks playing home, y'all may know this. There's a picture.
a horse.
A $100 million yacht that will set sail. There it is right there.
Really?
Set sail in a couple of months. He already has another yacht that was $75 million.
He can take the whole
Wow.
team
But
out
it
on this.
took about an extra year to build this yacht because of what?
Parts.
The movie theater.
Oh,
Who said
the
the movie?
helipad?
They had to build it around his 12-seat movie theater that cost an extra $2 or $3 million to build to drown out the sound of the ship where it wouldn't be loud.
See, that's
Wow.
the kind of
That
friend
is all.
I need right there.
That's too much money right there.
Wow, they have to spend it on
$100
something.
million yacht.
I'm bringing this play to Athens. There's a new play in Paris. It's the only time they've ever done it. It's called La La. Oh, La La is what they're calling it. It's a French
Ooh la
play.
la.
Ooh la la.
It's called, well, this is La La La. It's
sexier, ooh la la.
it's called Nuit à Prouvel. What
Yeah,
does
I'm
that
sure
mean?
That's it.
That's the name of the play. It's basically.
I'm scared to say.
New pervert? I mean, say it again.
New preview.
Nuit à Prouvel.
New
So
girl.
what's the play about?
I don't know.
We need a translator
New
for
people.
Jamie.
New
What?
people.
New people.
New people.
Nude.
Nude people is a correct answer.
Nude people.
It's a play where all the actors are naked and the audience is naked too.
Oh, come on.
No.
What
Are
is the-
you kidding
What is the
me?
one thing they tell the audience to bring?
A heater.
It was cold. They have it in the ice palace.
Right? Oh, no way.
A towel for hygiene purposes.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm not making that up. So we have that here in Athens.
No.
I'm not starring in
No,
it.
I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring that.
Zach, people want to see. Hey, there's my nude right there. People want to see you naked, Zach.
No, they don't.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here we go. Last
Lost
question.
control.
Super Bowl, what number is coming up?
52.
58.
53. Boy, y'all right on.
Oh, man.
I said 52,
Well, that ain't the right answer.
but I was close. I was closest.
53.
All right, here we
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Who are Quentin Perron and Napoleon Jennings?
I hope they're not the referees. They better not have the same referees that the Rams and Saints have.
Mascots. Are they the mascots?
Must be. What kind
They don't make
Groundskeepers.
history.
Groundskeepers.
Got me.
They're going to sing the national anthem.
They do a better job than Jimmy Buffett did on it. Man, he butchered that thing.
No, I didn't think he was just plain. Jimmy Buffett just got up there and done it plain. He didn't try to be.
Cheeseburger
extra.
Paradise in it.
I have no idea who they
No,
are.
no.
We
They're
don't
the
know.
first male cheerleaders in the history of the Super Bowl. They will be on the Rams team.
Those are men?
They
Oh.
are trained dancers and had to
Come
compete
on.
with 74 other applicants to
kidding
get
me?
there. Huh? There they are.
Male cheerleaders in the
But
NFL.
there was a twist to it this year.
Hey, the Alabama, you seen that guy that does that, the flips at the Alabama games? Unbelievable.
But there are two local guys also appearing in the Super Bowl this year as cheerleaders.
Oh, no.
Y'all-
Right?
Uh-oh.
Better not.
Y'all didn't hear about it?
Oh, Reggie.
Flex
Look how big his head is.
Right? I know that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Zach.
Perfect.
That's good.
Let's do it, Zach.
Two local guys.
Rocking the Bama hat.
Two local guys, too.
As long as I'm rocking the Bama hat, that's good.
Look at those
That's
arms.
funny.
Look at 'em.
I was a couple pounds lighter in that picture, too.
All right, we'll take always something. We'll take a break, y'all. Hang on.
is on a roll today. 31 degrees out there.
I
It's
just got hit
cold.
on in the studio.
Yeah. All right, it's going to warm up today. Grab your scarf, grab your coat, grab a jacket. You're going to want it. It's going to be warmer today. 43 for that high. Tomorrow, 36, 47 Saturday. Sunday, not too bad. Monday, night rain, and that could turn into snow on Tuesday. We shall see. 29 is the only thing for that high on Tuesday.
It's Zack came in, he said, when you going to start getting a bunch of people up here again? I said, Zack.
Nobody wants to get out of
I had a man that
bed.
went up Mount Everest last Thursday. I had a woman that lost 800 pounds on
312 pounds
Tuesday.
yesterday.
Now I got Greg
Tuesday.
Skipworth up here to tell us about what's happening in West Limestone. I mean, don't get no more exciting than that.
We live in a world of thrills, my friend.
That's right.
Every day. It's no day in paradise.
What have you done for me today?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, it's like everybody's a millennium now. Like old
Zoom in
Cortez,
a
what's her
little bit
name?
more.
She was the only one that voted for something against everybody.
Because of funded ice.
Yeah,
And
didn't want
she
ice
said
in
her
it.
constituents don't want that. Of course, most of her constituents probably couldn't vote legally
Yeah.
True.
in New York City.
What's new at West Limestone?
Well, we are prepping for indoor state track championships are the first and second. And then we'll be ramping up for outdoor track. And that is the exciting life I live.
Yeah. Well, you still calling 5 out? I'm boycotting. Not
Yeah,
nothing
I
against
called
him. I'm
him
just
yesterday. So we,
So what are the discussions?
well, so he had on a guest from Dog Nation. And he said that in his mind, it was just his opinion, that, Coach Saban's in the winter of his career, and he'd probably only be there for a couple more years. Now, I think he'll probably coach at least 5.
You think so?
So I put him at 72. Because we're trying to use conventional wisdom to describe an unconventional man. And one of the things that I told Paul yesterday is there's a military term called cohesion, which means unity of purpose. So in a military unit, if you don't have cohesion, then you're not going to survive in a battle. And that's one of the things that happened with his coaching staff last year, is that they were not cohesive. So,
You probably confused a lot of the viewers.
Yeah.
right. Well, that's because I'm not yelling
I
or
talked to
looking the window,
Yesterday I talked to a huge Bama fan, John, and a lot of people are, but he brought up a good point. We were talking about how bad we got beat 4
Yeah.
touchdowns. But he said, I'd rather get beat like that than to kick 6. And I totally 100%
Oh, yeah.
agreed with it. 'Cause
Exactly.
I got so sick of seeing
Seeing
that
it.
play, and all Auburn fans loved it, but it made us, it's just like
I think
Georgia
it would have been
in the
harder to
second,
take.
second and 26. How many times they have to see that
Sure.
play?
Well, look at the only time that Clemson beat us was on the last play of the game.
And we accepted that, though.
Right.
That wasn't a kick 6.
Right.
And we'd won the championship that year had we not had the kick 6.
Well, and see, it's
Right.
an even year, and with the exception of 2012, all of his championships have come in the odd year, including the one at LSU. So we'll be back next year.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
But to get me 4 touchdowns, I mean, they were built in Alabama. Is Clemson the greatest college football team ever?
No,
Were they that much better than Alabama?
no. But here's the thing, even Paul
We were
admitted to
prepared for
yesterday,
Alabama.
is that we had 3 or 4 crucial members that weren't playing in that game. That we lost.
On the defensive, all the back.
On the defensive side. So, and
Yeah,
Clemson
they probably
spent
did.
all year prepping for this game.
Oh, they did a
Hey,
good
they-
job.
We spent a
They
week
deserved
doing
it.
it.
They did a
So,
good job. Now, I read on Saturday down south, people are saying, well, now Dabo would not even probably consider taking the Alabama job should it ever come up.
well, you know what I think is going to happen is that
I
Jeremy
agree with
Pruitt
Brad,
will stay at
usually.
Tennessee for a few years, and whenever Coach Saban decides to leave, Pruitt will come to Alabama.
Then, that won't work.
And then T. Martin will coach UT. That's why Fulmer brought T. Martin back.
So you're figuring all this out. You got it right here from Greg
Yeah.
Skipworth. All right.
And then
knows what's
Dabo
gonna
will
happen.
Dabo will come in after that.
Dabo.
Dabo.
Yeah.
Well, until he comes to Alabama, he's Dabo.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, he beat us twice.
that's not even his real name.
Real
So.
tight.
He's good.
We'll take a break, come back with
He's
the original Reggie in just a moment. Y'all hang on. It's good to have a contact with Paul Feinbaum up there.
Really?
Always.
Yeah, I don't call in. I'm afraid I'd take over the show.
Oh my gosh.
Reggie, you still doing Mojo next door?
I am still doing the Mojo Show, 104.3
Mondays.
at 7:45 on Mondays, Motivational Mondays with your guy, Sarge, a.k.a. Reggie Jackson.
Well, how do you
You're
stay
good.
motivated?
Oh, man, it's easy. First of all, when you wake up, you should just think about, I woke up. That's a good start. And then you realize that it's the people out there that have had worse situations than you.
Always
and when you've been
worse.
around the world as much as I have, you get a chance to see different cultures. For example, we take things for granted here in America, like shoes, the ability to have to wake up and have a choice of different clothes. Some countries, they don't have shoes. You know, they have one pair of clothes. Children work from sun up to sundown. You know, so it's a lot of reasons to be thankful, and you know, and we're blessed. It's things that we have that we take for granted. To be able to go to a refrigerator and look. Now maybe you don't have any food in it, but it's fun to go look anyway, right? Some countries.
No, I got food. I just don't need to eat it. That's the
right.
problem.
So I don't know. It's easy to stay motivated.
All right, let's talk about we
Good
just
point.
we were talking about you got a new gym you're doing.
Right.
A lot of people join gyms. There's a new one in Athens, 360 Fitness. All you got to do is on the third floor of the new hospital down the TLC building. Go up there and sign up. Dusty signed up yesterday. It is first class. I mean, they got a spray tan booth and all that. But a lot of people join gyms this time of the year.
Right off the bat, January 1st.
But they give up going to the
Right.
Monday was Blue Monday, which is
Right.
the most depressing day of the year.
Yes.
Because you haven't reached your goal.
Right.
Why do people quit so easily?
Well, they don't have a plan. Usually, happiness is determined by a person's ability to make progress in the area of their life that's important to them. So when you go to a gym, you want to see results. You know, you want to lose weight, you want to feel better. But when you don't see the results based on the amount of energy and effort, resources that you put towards it, well, it's discouraging. Now, the reason why people fail, they don't have a plan. You just go in the gym and you work out. But you wouldn't go to college and try to get a degree to be a doctor and just start randomly taking classes. You speak to a counselor. The counselor will come up with a curriculum, take these classes for the first year, these for the second year. What a trainer does is they come up with an individual blueprint for your success. Do this first, do this second, and eventually we'll get to where we want to be.
Most people should have enough common sense to know.
No, so
Zack Rita talked about on the show.
Common sense?
You should take one step at a time.
No such thing as common sense. It's not common anymore. But you're right. Eat less, work out more. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But I guess, well, it is simple. It's just not easy. It's not easy for people to find time or to find the motivation or the encouragement. And it's slow. It doesn't happen overnight. We live in a world of instant gratification.
You want that ice cream?
Look, man,
chicken?
we live in a
I just want to
drive-through.
go to the gym for a week and lose 20 pounds.
We live in a
It's not
drive-through
gonna happen.
microwave society. We want it yesterday because we're so special. No one wants to put in the work, but there is no sacrifice. There is no substitute for hard work in anything worth having in life. But you're worth it. Put in the time, put in the effort. There's nothing to it. One day at a time. You know, that's how we'll get there. One day at a
Usually
time.
people won't make that decision until they're in bad health.
And your health is the most important thing that you can ever have. It's more important than money, you know. And
It's your wealth.
It is. It's, you know, what does it matter if you have $1 billion if you can't enjoy it? You can't get out of the bed.
You know what we need to come up with? Maybe you already have. You got an app?
Not
You
yet.
seen these Peloton and all those things
Love
taking
it.
over now?
Yes.
You can get not only on the spinning bike, you can do it now, but you also, they got it for whether you're working out, you just stand on your phone, and it's like a trainer on your phone.
Right.
Well,
And
tell me about Peak.
well, PQ, it's basically a program that's designed for 40-somethings and above that have challenging lifestyles. You have mortgages, you have families, you have
That's
businesses.
all of us.
Well, exactly. And here's the thing. You get caught up in the day-to-day rigmaroles of responsibilities that a lot of times your health and what's important to you gets lost in the shuffle. So what this does is it reinvigorates you. It recharges your motivational batteries, encourages you to pursue old goals that you kind of like let go by the wayside.
Well, how can people get in touch with you?
You can find me
Zack
on
here.
Facebook at Reggie Jackson Speaks or PQ on Facebook and Instagram. Easiest way to find me. Or call me 621-0621.
And with your
Reggie.
program, you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of
No. Here's the
expensive
thing. You
equipment.
spend about $150. All the equipment is sent to your home. The program lasts each session is about 30 minutes. Includes weight training, cardio, and ab work. So basically, we want to build muscle, burn fat, and get you started towards being the best you. Easy to accomplish.
As always, Reggie, it's good to see you.
Thank you, Jamie.
Tell
And we're
Bo
still going to do the tanning bed thing,
That's
deal?
right. That's been good.
Okay, fantastic.
Reggie Jackson. We'll take a break, come up with Joseph next. Tell us about his dream vacation.
Oh, boy.
Y'all hang on. All right, Joseph, are you off cloud 9 yet?
I doubt
I don't know, because now I'm back home watching the DVR of the show while we were out there. You know,
So
and
you
I'm-
recorded it.
I recorded it too, like 31 hours.
Oh,
What?
my God.
Yeah, it started on Tuesday night. See, we watched
Wait
it
a
Tuesday
minute.
First of all,
night.
tell us what it is, what you did.
Okay, the Barrett-Jackson collectible car auction is held in 4 different locations each year.
Okay.
But the big one, the Super Bowl, is in January, and it's in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Every year?
Every year, since 1989, I believe it is.
Now, where is this on TV? What channel carries it?
It used to be on Speed Network, then it went to Speed Vision, then it went to Velocity. Now that channel is called Motor Trend.
Okay.
So Motor Trend and Discovery. If you just set your DVR up to record Barrett-Jackson, it'll catch it no matter what channel it's on.
Really?
But primarily
That's the way that
Motor
works.
Trend TV. That's the way that works. You need me to come over and help
Why
you
is this so
program?
special?
Well, it is the world's best cars. You've heard me
So the
talk
best of the
about
best.
World's
there.
best.
yeah,
Not just-
you've heard me talk about the quality of cars at the World of Wheels.
Well, wait a minute. There's the family.
All
Okay,
three of
this
you
was a
guys go.
tour that we got. Carissa stepped up. She's won wife of the decade. These VIP passes
nice to have.
that we got were like, you know, food, ultimate, on stage, behind the scenes, merchandise, fast pass.
What made it
Some of
better
those
had
don't
she
even look
purchased one of
real.
these cars for you.
No, I wish, but there's the 2020 Chevy GT 500, which I've been, you know, lusting after for a
How
couple
much
of
is
years.
that car?
That car will probably have a retail of about 80,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
You know.
Oh, my God.
There we are up in the skybox
Are those people down there?
luxury lounge. Yeah, it's full, Gloria. I'm talking about probably 300,000 or 400,000 people.
Oh,
There's
my
me and
gosh.
Jackson up on stage. I mean, that's literally right there where the cars roll across.
200,000 or 300,000 people.
Oh, at least. Okay, that's Steve Davis. He is president of the Barrett-Jackson auction. We would just run into these people, and Carissa would be like, well, who was that? Well, that was Steve Davis.
But you saw Tim Allen, but didn't get a picture with him.
No, but I shook his hand.
And Jay Leno wasn't there.
No, Jay Leno wasn't there this year. That's a Celine S7, 1,450 horsepower on that car. They only made 7 of them.
What's it worth?
Probably about 400,000. Okay, the night that the Shelby 2020 GT500 sold on Friday night, I got to be on stage. You can see me in that picture. I started to circle it, but I'm holding my camera up, taking a photo.
There's 1,000 people.
It was for charity. It sold for $1.1 million. Jamie, I took a couple of pictures of these Broncos for you.
What
There
year
was
is that?
one of these Broncos sold for $170,000. Yes.
So
That's
are they just auctioning all of these?
yeah, they're
off?
auctioning them off. They're no reserve.
Okay.
That was over in one of the booths. That green paint was called House of Colors, candy green. They just the highest bidder. That is Chris Jacobs, who used to be the host of a show called Overhauling with Chip Foose.
Okay.
Now he's one of the hosts of Motor Trend TV. Jackson thought it
They're
was
all
Jimmy
friendly.
Johnson.
Really?
They're just everywhere. Christy Lee, she does a show called All Girls Garage.
Really?
She's also
So when you saw these people, you
You knew
recognized
them.
immediately, because again,
Did you just go up to them and say, hey, can I take a picture?
yeah, I'd say, hey, love your show.
You
Can
tell
I
who
get a-
you were?
Can I get a photo? No, nobody reckoned. I did see Mr. Dan Martell there.
Did you?
I sure did. I saw him. I was like, that dude looks just like Dan Martell.
You go talk to him?
And I started walking over to him and said hello to him. But
Super
look
guy.
at that Bentley.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my goodness! I was just in hog heaven. John Hennessy from Hennessy Performance. You see that truck in the back? That's called a Velociraptor. It has 6 wheels.
They do all those the Raptors and stuff like Hennessy.
Yes.
That's the one that had that excursion out.
Okay, this dude, most people won't recognize him, but his name is John Staluppi. His net worth is $400 million. He owns a yacht company. He owns real estate companies. He owns 35 car dealerships nationwide.
Really?
He's one of the largest bidders that they have there. He has a car collection called the Cars of Tomorrow, Cars of Dreams is the name of it. He's from Brooklyn, New York.
From New York.
He was like, I said, can I get my picture with you, Mr. John? Sure. Absolutely. This guy's name is Wayne Carini. He has a show on Velocity or Motor Trend called Chasing Classic Cars. He's from Connecticut. They were so friendly.
You watch all these shows?
I watch all of them. Carissa watches HGTV. I watch Motor Trend TV. That's Jeff Gordon getting out of his Corvette
I know him.
C7R. This sold for charity for $350,000. I got to be on stage when that happened. He threw in his helmet from one of his races. So yeah, look how close I was. This is our bidder's assistant named Patrick Morgan. Super nice guy. In case you wanted to bid? In case you wanted to bid. He's up in the luxury lounge. Okay. He would come over to you and say, hey.
So is it a lot like the dealer's auction down here on Tuesday right down the road from us?
Yeah, but just a higher level. Just a whole lot higher level. This guy's name is Ralph. He has a show called RMD Garage. Nobody was really recognizing him because he's bearded over right now. But
how many shows do you watch?
Yeah.
I watch all these shows. This guy's name is Peter Klutt. He has a show called Dream Car Garage. I mean,
you watch more TV than we do.
This guy's name is Shag. He has a show called Iron
Shaggy.
Restoration. Yeah, he looks like Shaggy. I wanted to say Zoinks. But he was there with his family, just walking around. There's me and Jackson meeting Steve Saleen. You've heard of the Saleen Mustangs. This is him.
No, Celine Dion.
No, it's a different Saleen.
Did they have entertainment there too? Is it just cars all the entertainment?
No, it was pretty much just the cars and the auction.
That was the entertainment for these folks.
That's about I forget how many $1 million car. That's about a $1.5 million car right there. It's called.
Now you couldn't touch them, could you?
You could if you were back in the staging lanes.
Who's this?
Okay. This guy's name is Horny Mike.
No way.
Yes. He
Does he wear that hat everywhere he goes?
He wears that hat everywhere he goes.
He don't get under the hood a whole lot.
We'd have recognized him,
Yeah.
huh?
He's, no, I didn't get under the hood with him.
Not with that hat on, he don't.
This was up and under one of the tents outside.
What's his show?
He's on a show called Counts Customs. Counting Cars. I can't remember the name of it. No, I just can't think of the name of it. But
so you're down there. It's like me walking around and seeing all these famous football players and actors that I watch on TV or grew up watching.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
but you're amongst the elite.
Well, we had full access basically.
This is the Super Bowl.
This is the Super Bowl. They do other auctions. They do one in Vegas. They do one in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun Casino, and they do one in West Palm Beach. But the biggest one of the year, people-wise, car-wise, dollar-wise, everything is there. I mean, from one end of the auction to the other, if you were walking, would take you 30 minutes. So in other words, if I was inside and Carissa said, hey, we're about ready to go, we're going to be down at the gate, it'd take me a good 25 to 30 minutes to walk there.
Now, is all this inside?
About 80% of it was under a roof. They built a purpose-built building a few years ago that never leaves. It stays there, the main auction building where you saw those pictures.
Are you still dreaming about this at night?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking about the next time I get to go. I just don't know if we'll get those VIP packages like we had this time.
So it was well worth it.
Oh, my goodness. I told somebody on Facebook, I said, it will exceed your expectations.
If you like cars.
If you love cars, and if you've watched this show on TV for any length of time, just 1 or 2 years, and to get caught up in the excitement, Jamie, of being in the room when a car sells for $2 million.
Wow.
And seeing the crowd get excited and the cheering and Richard, I didn't get to meet the celebrities that were there. I didn't get to meet Richard Petty, Rusty Wallace, Gary Sinise. They sold one of his Jeeps, Lieutenant Dan. So they were right there on the stage, you know, and we got to see it all. So it was just a great trip. 72 degrees, 68, I think was the lowest.
So weather was beautiful, food was amazing.
Yes, the food was amazing. I mean, yeah, it wasn't just hot dogs and hamburgers.
What is it you like about a car?
I like everything. To me, seeing those cars roll across the stage are like life-size Hot Wheels. And I told Carissa that. She said, I can see why you think that, because they're shiny, the wheels are beautiful, the engine is loud, you know, they're revving up, you know how fast they are. I mean, You know, some people collect baseball cards and they can give you stats. You probably back in the day knew what Joe Namath's stats were. You knew what team he was playing on. You knew where he was drafted. I know those things about cars.
Okay.
I know what year that car is, what the 0 to 60 time, what size engine, what kind of intake, what kind of exhaust. And so when you're there at Barrett Jackson, you're among your people. And everybody there, well, I'm just saying everybody that's there is a car guy or a girl, you know.
Lug nut.
People watching there was fun too.
A lug
I bet it
nut.
was.
Yeah.
All right, Joseph, we wrapping it
I'm
up.
sorry.
Carissa,
You had a great
wife
sorry.
of the decade.
I need you to have your moment.
Well, thank you.
Tell that
Thank
story.
you for letting me
Got
send
your
in those. Well, no, not right. Well, maybe a little bit. I'm ready for car show season now. I'm
Now, you
pumped.
fired me up.
I'm ready.
Wow,
Let's go.
Carissa, you did good.
Now I know what to start watching when I don't watch Hallmark.
Yeah, sure.
It's fun. You'll
Oh,
get
we got to
hooked.
go. We'll see y'all. Have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.